Hi everyone, Kimberly here. I'm here to talk about about transitioning and how it's a full-time job. So if you like my video, please subscribe and don't be afraid to ask any questions. Like, I'll try to answer them as best I can. But let me get started with my video. Like, for me, transitioning, it is a full-time job. Like, you have work, and like you have to transition, you got all these doctor's appointments and everything, and like you have to go pick up a medication, like take medication, and yeah, and put makeup on if you put makeup on, and like yeah, it's just a really like long process. Like, and you're gonna do this for the rest of your life, and this is like so you can be yourself. And it is a full-time job. You will be taking a lot of your time up, like with this, because like you can have doctor's appointments for surgeries, for blood work, and you can prescribe medication. You have to go pick up those. You got hair removal appointments if like you're a trans woman or non-binary person, and just a lot of things that you have to realize. So, like, you're going to be doing a lot of driving, like to your doctor's appointments and like going to get your medications and just like yeah. So it's a full time job to be yourself, you know. And for people who think this is a choice, this isn't a choice. This is just who we are, and people need to accept the fact. You know, this is who we are. This is what we were born as, and being trans as like it is a full-time job. You know, you have all kinds of appointments. Like, I've had appointments for my laser eye surgery, which I got done, you know, when I was socially transitioning, and I've recently had a breast augmentation, so I have appointments for that. I have laser and electrolysis hair removal appointments, and and then on top of that, you have to go and get your medication, blood work, and it's rinse and repeat. So I get blood every 3 months. I'm right now in the process of changing my clinics. There's some things like about that I may cover in another video, but like some people actually have to see psychologists because a lot of trans people have had depression because of gender dysphoria. It does cause depression. You know, before I started transitioning, I was in deep depression and constantly having nervous breakdowns. And because of this, you know, gender dysphoria does cause depression, and it can lead to suicides or violent outbursts of rage against yourself and against everybody around you. That's what it was doing to me. You know, everybody deals with depression differently. You know, we just have to accept. We just have to accept the fact that people are different. People were born different, and this is just the way I was. And you know, but being trans is actually a full-time job. Doing everything you can to pass or to just be yourself out in public. You know, I have doctor's appointments and like medications I have to go get, and on top of that, I have work, and then I have other things I have to do. Like, you know, it's just like sometimes it can get stressful, but you just have to accept the fact that that's who you are, and that's the way you're going to be for the rest of your life. You know, nobody chose to be this way. It's just we were born this way, and we're trying to. We just want to live our lives in peace. You know, in harmony with everybody else. A lot of us want to take our kids to school or just live our lives. You know, there are some people, yeah, like I've been saying, like transition is a full-time job. You know, you have doctors, you have a bunch of stuff. Like, you could have kids. You could be married. have wife or a husband or whoever. You know, you can have a partner, and you know, and you can have kids. You know, they could have kids. You know, you could have married into somebody's family. You know, and you could be taking care of their kids. You know, that's a job in itself. On top of your transitioning, on top of your work, and on top of all this other stuff, and like, you know, you have to find time for yourselves. Like, for me, I go to sleep for 4 hours. I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I eat. I take my medicine at 4:21. I just like 4:21. I just like, yeah, it's just what I put on my alarm. So I take my medicine, then I go back to bed for about 2 hours, and then like, or sometimes I don't even go back to bed because I got other things I got to do. Like sometimes I could go all day long on 4 hours or 3 hours of sleep, sometimes two, you know, and that's because I'm trying to get stuff done. You know, I have other things I have to do, like I have to go grocery shopping, do all these other things. I got all this other stuff I'm juggling. So yeah, it can be hectic, but like the rewards outweigh um, the rewards outweigh everything else. You know, of being able to actually be myself without depression, and just letting people know that this is a full-time job. You know, this isn't a choice either. It's just, you know, it's to get rid of my depression. Like, gender dysphoria never goes away, and the depression did go away for me, at least most of it. You also have to realize that like the constant loneliness. You know, I've heard from other trans women the constant loneliness, and you're constantly doing your transition, and you know, on top of that, so it can be stressful. But you know, I take everything day by day. I live my life to its fullest now, and I'm happier for it. And you know, if I could go back, I would have transitioned a lot earlier. You know, I would like to go back to when I was 13 to transition, but society just did not accept people like us. We were mockeries, and you know, that's the way things are. You know, I'm low income. You know, I just have to wonder, like, what would have happened if I actually was able to transition a lot earlier? You know, maybe I would have done better in school and had a different life. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I gotta live my life as happy as I can. But back to what I was saying about this transition and being full time. Yeah, you're constantly doing it. You know, and it's like this. I've been transitioning for about a year and a half, so yeah, and I've been doing this every single day since then. You know, and just juggling things around. You know, I find little nuggets of pastime stuff, like personal stuff that I want to do. You know, I find personal things I want to do, like go to concerts, you know, cover band concerts, or to restaurants, stuff I didn't used to do before I started transitioning, like stuff I didn't want to do because you know I just did not care about any of that, and like you know I feel my life is a lot better since transitioning, and it can be chaotic sometimes because like I actually booked an appointment like for like I think it's like next week. I booked my new doctor's appointment for in the morning, and also I booked I booked a laser hair removal appointment. Well, it's a laser hair removal appointment in the morning, and in my other doctor at 2 o'clock. So I gotta be there at 10 for my laser, and then I gotta be over there on the other side of town for my doctors. So I'm going up one way, and I gotta go down another way. So it's like 10-15 miles away from each other. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff that day, and like I was saying, like, yeah, I got the schedules all confused. So yeah, you're juggling stuff constantly, but it's rewarding and satisfactory. So I was just like, just take it day by day. Don't be stressed out because it's like, you know, these are just things you want to know before like you know, these are things you're gonna have to know when you transition, and this is gonna be a full-time job. Just be yourself. But it is a reward and feeling to be yourself, and not let society judge you for who you they think you should be. You know, don't live a lie anymore. That's what I stopped doing. I stopped living the lie. You know, I don't like. I don't care what people think about. Oh, it's a choice. No, it's not. And I just wanted to let people know that this is a full time job, and yeah, I'm repeating myself over and over, and I'm very sorry about that. But I'm in a constant. Well, right now I'm in a hurry to do something else. Like I got some stuff I got to do today. Like I'm just trying to get this video out. So yeah, so thank you for joining me, and yeah, I'll have another video Thursday. So if anybody wants to ask any questions before that, like I'm gonna start releasing videos every Mondays and Thursdays. So thank you for joining me, and like everybody be safe out there, and like you know don't stress out about transitioning. Like for people that are like starting, it's like you know you're not alone out there. There's others like us, and there's allies out there, and there's like support for you. So thank you, and like everybody just be safe. Like bye.